Hey guys, so in this video, I'm going to go ahead and go over the complete optimization for your Google Business Profile from A to Z. We manage over 85 Google Business Profiles here at Pressure Washing Marketing Pros, and so we definitely know what it takes in order to rank a pressure washing business in the map pack, right? So if you're watching this video, be prepared to cover a lot of topics, be prepared to take notes because we will be going over a comprehensive guide on how to go ahead and rank your Google Business Profile. And so what are we going to cover? Right, we're going to go over an overview of the Google Business Profile, the importance of the Google Business Profile for pressure washing businesses, key ranking factors, and then the most important thing, guys, and probably the thing that you guys are most looking forward to, the step-by-step optimization guide. Then we're going to go ahead and recap the ranking factors, as well as give you guys some tools that will help you manage your Google Business Profile. So this is what you guys can expect, right? Now, what is a Google Business Profile? So if you're here, I'm going to assume that you know what a Google Business Profile, but hey, if you're just starting, we're going to go ahead and go over what it is. So a Google Business Profile is a free tool that allows businesses to manage the online presence on Google, including search and maps. It enables businesses to display key information like your location, hours, contact details, and your customers can interact with you through reviews, right? So where is a Google Business Profile displayed? Well, if you guys look right here, this is a normal search engine results page, right? So you're going to have the Google Guaranteed, or what people call the local service ads. Then you're going to have the Google ads right here. Then you're going to have the Google Business Profiles right here and the organic search. Now, I can tell you guys, based off of numbers, which I'm going to show you in a minute, the Google Business Profile gets about 70% of the clicks on organic searches, right? Or just on Google searches for local businesses. You know, it's about 70% of clicks go to this organic section right here, and majority of the organic section is going to be the Google Business Profile. And then after that, guys, 30% go to the local service ads and the Google ads, right? And also, why are Google Business Profiles important for pressure washing businesses? That's what we want to go over, right? So let's look at some stats. So guys, as I was just talking about earlier, you know, when it comes to calls, 91% of a local business's weekday calls can be attributed to their Google My Business page or their Google Business Profile, right? 90% of people trust businesses listed on the Google Business Profile, and 64% of consumers have used Google Business Profiles to find contact information. So that already tells you how vital the Google Business Profile is. And I'm going to back this up with real life examples from our clients, guys. So we're going to use the month of August, right? So in this month of August, we were able to drive our clients 2,149 leads across SEO, Google ads, local service ads, you know, which we don't really track a lot of local service ads. So really majority of this, as you guys will see, you know, because we weren't tracking local service ads back in August, but we do now for our clients. But as you guys can see, we drove 2,149 leads to our clients in the month of August, right? And when you go ahead and you break that down by source, you're going to see that the Google Business Profile right here says 900, you know, attributed to basically 60% of the leads, right? So you have Google My Business, which is the Google Business Profile leads right here. And then guys, people on my team sometimes call them other names. So you also have the Google My Business right there. You know what I mean? You also have the Google Business Profile right there, Google Business Profile new. So if you guys look at it, it actually probably attributed for about 900 of our leads out of these 2,149, right? And so as you guys can look, it's where majority of our clients get their leads. Google CPC is basically Google ads, and Google organic is going to be that organic search result that shows below the Google Business Profile. So that's why I say, guys, it is infinitely important to go ahead and rank in the Google Business Profile section, right? So here's also a real life example of one of our clients. So to give you guys an individual look at this. So in July, we were able to drive this client 97 leads, right? So from July 1st to July 31st, right? And if you look at the Google Business Profile and I add this with this one, you'll go ahead and see that that's 44 leads. So out of the 97 leads, 44 of them, guys, almost half of his leads came from the Google Business Profile alone. And then you had the Google Ads, which brought about 23. You had the Google Organic, which is this spot below the Google Business Profile, right? That bought about 22 leads in that sense, you know? And so if you count organic, like I said, they got about 26 organic calls, right? They got 44 though. So even if you combined, basically the Google ads and the organic, it slightly beat the Google business profile, but the Google business profile by far had the single best results right there, guys, right? So what are the ranking factors for the Google business profile, which we will be recapping this, guys, after I go over the entire optimization strategy, right? We will be recapping this. So if you guys don't know what some of this stuff is, that's fine. You will definitely know, which is why I will be recapping this at the end of the optimization, right? So after I'm done talking about the optimization, we will go over these ranking factors again. And, basically after I go over optimization factors, you will have an idea of, how that plays a role in each one of these ranking factors. So you have the primary Google business category, right? You have the keyword and business title. And what keyword in Google Business Pro or the Google Business Profile business title means is, like, if there was a company called Roof Cleaning of Tampa, you know what I mean? Then it's very easy for them to rank in the Google Business Profile because their name is an actual keyword like Roof Cleaning of Tampa, right? So the proximity of address to the point of search, right? Physical address in the city of search. So this one, a lot of people don't understand. So if you live in a metropolitan area, and so for example, like let's say that you lived in Atlanta, right? But we know that in Atlanta, there's going to be, metropolitan areas out there. So let's say that you lived in Decatur, right? So if your actual address is in Decatur, you know what I mean? Even though that's only like 15 minutes from actual Atlanta, right? And people still consider Decatur Atlanta. Having a physical address in that city is going to help you tremendously. So if you want to rank in a particular city, make sure that your physical address is actually in that city. Additional Google Business Profile categories, having a high Google rating. So guys, this is going to be 4.5 and above. Completeness of Google Business Profile listing. So how complete is it? The quality and authority of inbound links to your Google Business Profile. Keywords that are in your native Google reviews. So yeah, guys, when people leave keywords in your Google Business Profile reviews, it does help. And I'm going to show you guys that. Removal of spam listings. And what removal of spam listings basically means, guys, is that suggest and edit feature that is on Google Business Profile, you can actually remove those spam listings that are just fake. Then there's going to be a quantity of Google reviews. And so this is going to go ahead and be how many Google reviews do you have? And when they have text, that's even better, right? If your Google Business Profile listing is verified, as you guys can see, that's a ranking factor. The quality and authority of inbound links to your website, having the proper placement of map pin, because guys, I've seen a lot of pressure washing businesses where their address is correct, but their map pin is mislocated, right? And so that, proper placement of that is going to be pivotal and critical for you guys to rank. And then just the website structure, which is going to be the on-page SEO. So Google will still pull, as you guys can see, inbound links to your website and how your website is structured. Google will still pull signals from your website. That's why it's important to not only just, optimize your Google Business Profile, but to optimize your website as well. But that is for another video. This is all about Google Business Profile. So the part that you guys have all been waiting for right now is a step-by-step optimization guide. So guys, buckle up, take notes. We're going to go over every single thing when it comes to the Google Business Profile. I am not going to go ahead and hold back, right? So the first thing that we're going to go ahead and talk about is verification, because that's the most important critical factor when it comes to your Google Business Profile. If your profile is not verified, that's the first thing that you should be doing, right? So what is verification? So Google Business Profile verification is a process of confirming your business's legitimacy and location on, Google Business Profile, right? It typically involves doing video verification, phone call verification, email verification, or receiving a postcard from Google with a verification code, which you can enter into your profile and activate it, right? Which we'll get into the different methods of verification in a minute, guys. But verification ensures that the business is authentic and eligible to appear in Google search and maps. So what is the importance of verifying your Google Business Profile? Well, number one, guys, it boosts your credibility, right? So verified profiles are more trusted by Google and customers, improving your ranking potential, right? And enhances your local SEO. So enhances your SEO, guys. So verification signals to Google that your business is legitimate, which therefore boosts your visibility. you get to unlock the full features, which means, guys, you can look at your insights, you can go ahead and get new reviews, you can post Google Business Profile updates. So this helps improve your engagement, which therefore helps improve your SEO, right? That you have, or engagement is just the engagement that you have on your profile, which will therefore increase your SEO, guys. So you know when your Google Business Profile is not verified, you're not able to go ahead and access a lot of information. And also it secures your profile, so it protects your business, from unauthorized changes that could hurt your rankings or accuracy, right, guys? And so what I've seen before, guys, is that if your Google Business Profile is not verified, somebody can actually request ownership of your Google Business Profile and actually take over that ownership if it's not verified, right, guys? And so that's why I say it's very important to go ahead and make sure that your Google Business Profile is verified, which is why it's the first thing I'm talking about. So there's usually 5 types of verification: phone call and SMS verification, email, video recording, live video call, and mail. Nowadays, guys, in 2024 right now, video recording and live video call is going to be, the most common form of verification that Google uses, right? But I'm going to go over each one of these. So phone call and SMS verification, along with email verification, this is what I typically see from people that list their Google Business Profiles as a service area business, right? When they're first setting it up, right, guys? And so phone call and SMS verification and email verification is usually what I see from people whenever they go ahead and they set their business as a service area business, which I will tell you guys what a service area business is and how to go ahead and optimize that here soon, guys. Video recording. So if you have, video recording and live video call, these are the most common methods I've seen, especially if you list an address. If you list an address, you're going to have to record a video that shows the details of your business, right? And you're going to also, if Google has a hard time, looking at the details of your business through a video recording, then you're going to have to do a live call with a Google representative displaying current location, equipment and branding, and proof of management, right? And then, guys, what used to be the old way, and maybe 1 out of 100 cases right now, guys, you'll do it by mail. So they'll send you a verification postcard to the address that you listed, and you will verify, you'll get that postcard with the verification code, and you'll verify it from there. But I rarely ever see, people verify by mail nowadays, right? So here are some tips, guys, to get you verified quickly. So for storefront businesses or hybrid businesses, which hybrid businesses are just people that have a physical address but also have a service area. But this is basically, guys, for businesses that have a storefront, right? So you want to show the location of your business. So when you're doing your video, guys, right? So this is going to be, how to get verified quickly and you having to do the video, because that is the most common form, right? So you want to show the location of your business. So capture the official street and number signs, nearby businesses, recognizable landmarks, or the areas around your business that shows your business is at the correct Google Maps location listed in your business profile. So what I like to tell clients, guys, is when they're making these videos and you're doing your, verification video, you want to start out at the outside of your building on your storefront. Capture the street, especially the street names. That will be perfect for people to go ahead and know. But if you don't have to do that, but capture the surrounding area outside. And then next is going to be show evidence that your business exists. So capture the storefront, your business signage, show your business name printed on permanent fixtures such as a signboard, a wall, or a window, guys. And so they really, key in on this, guys, whenever you're going through verification, right? The business name shown in the video must match the business name of what's on your Google Business Profile, guys. And so a lot of guys don't know this information, but that's why I'm here. You want to demonstrate proof of management, and a lot of guys don't know about this because proof of management will get you verified quickly. The first 2 you guys should definitely do. This third one is really what gets you verified quickly. So you can show that you're authorized to represent your business by recording employee-only items or areas. So that's like break rooms or, guys, I've seen it to where I've had a client literally record a closet. Literally, guys, but record yourself accessing a point of sale system, unlocking the shop, the staff room or storage room, whatever it may be, guys, right? Your warehouse, whatever it may be, show yourself like accessing this. Also, another way that you can do it to access it is like access your CRM, Access your WordPress website. Those are other ways to demonstrate, proof of management for your business as well, guys. So tips to get verified quickly if you're a service area business and they make you do a video, because guys, the video is not only for physical businesses, it's also for service area businesses in some cases as well. So you want to show the location where you offer your services. So a good example can include signs in your service area that advertise your business, or street signs and landmarks next to your business. A bad example is a land that can be presented anywhere or unmarked land, right, guys? So you want to show landmarks, you want to show street signs everywhere of where you actually go ahead and service. Show evidence that your business exists. So if you're a service area business, which like I said, guys, I will get into, you want to capture branded work, equipment, marketing materials, services, or products for sale, or tools that you use to serve your customers. Good examples include recording yourself unlocking a van with your business name on it, or branded t-shirts for employees or customers. Demonstrate proof of management. You can record yourself providing the service or showing the business document. So for example, guys, I always show businesses, and this even goes for guys with physical storefronts, right? You want to have your business registration, you want to have utility bills, you want to have invoices that have your address, but even if they don't have your address, the name needs to match on your Google business profile, right? And if you're a physical storefront, you also want to go ahead and make sure that the address matches as well. So the next thing that I want to talk about, guys, because that's about the verification, right? That's really going to be about the verification. The next thing I want to talk about is duplicate listings, right? And most people don't know what a duplicate listing is. And this is the thing that you do not know that is actually killing your rankings. So you guys watch this, because this is one of the most important things, which is why I have it up front when it comes to, the optimization guide. So what is a duplicate listing? A duplicate, Google business profile occurs when multiple listings are created for the same business location on Google. This can confuse customers and negatively impact search rankings. Google typically merges or removes duplicates to ensure that only one accurate profile represents the business. And so guys, once you get your stuff verified, you want to make sure, do you have a duplicate listing? And if it's already verified, the first thing that you want to check when you're optimizing your Google business profile is to see if you have duplicates. And it's the same thing that we do for our clients, right? So how can duplicate Google business profiles negatively impact your rankings? Well, it's reduced ranking power, guys. And I'm gonna show you an example of this in a minute, guys. After this slide, I'm gonna go ahead and show you an example. So duplicate listings can divide your business's visibility in search results, reducing your overall SEO effectiveness. It confuses your customers, guys, right? So customers may be unsure of which listing to trust, leading to a poor user experience. And if you get a poor user experience, then you're gonna have poor rankings as well. Inconsistent information. So different listings may show varying details, creating confusion around hours, location, or services. And this will also hurt your rankings. You risk profile suspension, right? So Google may flag or suspend your profiles, negatively impacting your online presence, right? So they may suspend you, guys, if they see that you have a duplicate Google business profile. They might say, hey, this other one's not real. And also lower engagement, which engagement is also a ranking factor, as you guys know I went over. So duplicates can lead to fewer reviews and interactions on your primary profile. And I've seen that, guys. I've seen it, and here's an example of it right now, guys. Like, here's an example. Sorry, Property Pride. You were one where I saw it immediately, right? And so as you can see, this guy has 2. So even the phone numbers match on here, guys, right? And so somebody actually left a review on here too. You know what I mean? But I've seen cases where somebody will have a Google business profile. One of them will have that, and it's literally a duplicate that they knew nothing about, and we bring it up to them. But they'll have like 50 reviews on their main one, and then they'll have this Google business profile that they know nothing about that has like 12. And they're like, Jonathan, what do we do? Well, I'm going to show you what to do. First off, how to find them. So you want to search by business name. So you want to check Google Maps and just literally type in your Google business profile name or your business name in Google Maps and see if that pops up, which I'm going to show you guys an example in a minute. You want to search by address. So if you have an address, right, look up the business address in Google, just type it in Google and see if multiple profiles appear. And also you want to search by phone number. So you can search your phone number on Google and then also check if multiple profiles are linked to that same number as well, which will probably be yours. So here's an example, guys. So literally I went to Google Maps and, I typed in one of the, a pressure washing business right here. And guess what? they had two listings that were duplicates, right? They had two listings that were duplicates. They have their main one, then they have this duplicate one. And they should just go ahead and get rid of this duplicate listing right here that they probably don't know about. You know what I mean? And so it's hurting their ability to rank their main one, right? It really is, guys. And so some guys may not know what they're doing whenever they're doing this, right? So how do you delete duplicate listings, guys? Well, what you do is, if you go to your access or you go to your profile manager and you go to the back end, you'll go ahead and select the profile you want to delete. Now, guys, you have to have access and you have to be the owner before you even start these steps that I have, guys, right here on how to delete duplicate listings. You need to be the owner of your duplicate listing, right? You need to be the owner of the actual duplicate listing, because if you're not the owner, you can request ownership, guys, right? So you can request the ownership of it, right? And so just go to Google, type in request ownership of Google Business Profile, and you'll be able to request the ownership of it, and then you'll be able to follow the steps that I have right here. But I'm going to assume that you are going to be able to have access to that Google Business Profile as well. So, remember, guys, you can only do this if you're the owner. So you can open the settings, click on the three dots on the profile, click on this remove business profile, right? And then after that, you'll go ahead and after you click on remove business profile and you open your settings up, then you'll, confirm the deletion. So you're going to go ahead and click remove profile content and managers, as you guys can see in the picture to the right. So remove profile content and managers. And then so click continue to permanently delete the profile. And this process, guys, takes about 2 to 3 business days. And so you might see it immediately after you do it, but after 2 to 3 business days, that Google Business Profile will be removed. Also, guys, there's going to be situations where you want to merge it. And so, as I was talking about earlier, you may have a main Google Business Profile that has like 80-something reviews, guys. And then you have another one that has like 15, but you're like, Jonathan, I don't know where that 15, I don't know where that Google Business Profile that had 15 reviews came from. Well, you know what you guys can do? You can merge your duplicate listing, right? So how do you do that? So the first thing is you want to make sure that each field is matched. So you cannot do this, guys, number one, if you're not the owner, and number two, right here, if you don't match the fields for merging duplicate listings. So business category, address, and phone number must match on both profiles, guys. Point blank, period. If they don't, Google's going to reject your ticket. And yeah, guys, the reason why you'd want to use the merge duplicate listing, the reason why you'd want to use this method is for that exact reason. If you have 80 reviews on one profile, 12 on the other, you want to combine them so that you get 92 and consolidate that. But yes, ensure that the business category, address, and phone number match on both profiles, which we will be going over all of these, guys, the business categories, address, and phone numbers later on. But then after that, you want to open up a ticket, right? So contact Google support to request a merge. Then you want to send them the required info, guys, right? So here's a screenshot right here, guys, of the Google Business Profile help. But then you're going to reply to the automated response that they give you with their primary Google Business Profile ID and Maps link, your duplicate and the duplicate Google Business Profile ID and Maps link, and then you're going to attach a photo of the storefront for verification. Now, if you're a service area business, then at that point, you want to go ahead and attach your business license and just a utility bill as well with your name on it that matches, both profiles in that sense. That's why it's so important that the business category, address, phone number, and I would also say name, all matches, guys. So then after that, you're going to wait for the confirmation. So Google support will respond within 24 hours. I usually just say give it about 5 business days, guys. And the reviews may take up to a week to consolidate. So first thing you need to do is match the fields, open a ticket, send the required info, and then wait for confirmation, guys. Those are the 4 steps on how you can merge the duplicate listing, right? Next thing I want to talk about, guys, is going to be the address, because this is also a point of contention as well for a lot of pressure washing businesses, is going to be the address, right, guys? So you want to make sure that you have the proper address on here. So what is the address in the Google Business Profile? Well, the address in the Google Business Profile is the physical location of your business as it appears in the real world, and it helps customers find your business on Google Maps and in the local search results, right, guys? So for businesses with a storefront, it's the exact street address where customers can visit. And for businesses that have a service area that want to hide or not display their physical address, or they don't have a physical address, you can specify the areas you serve without displaying a physical location, guys, right? And so on the left here, you can see this is an example of a business with a physical address, right? They have a physical address. You can see the outside of their building right there, and it's listed, right? This is a business with a physical address. Here's a business with a service area. As you can see, they don't have the storefront thing like these guys do, or the outside part. They don't have the address listed. But as you can see, guys, they have a little radius circle that shows the area that they actually go ahead and service, right? And so this is an example of a service area business right here on the right-hand side, guys, right? And so what is the difference between a physical address and a service area? Let's go start with the physical address. So this is used by businesses that serve customers at a fixed location. You know what I mean? And as you guys already know that I've talked about, it must be precise and verifiable, right? And also it's required for verification. It should have clear signage. You know what I mean? So that's what's, is different than the service area. Now for service area, guys, it's for businesses that travel to customers, right? So as you guys can think right here, it says cleaning services, plumbers. But as you know, this is for pressure washing businesses. So yes, it's going to be ones that you can travel to in that sense, guys, right? So do not display an address if you don't serve customers at your location, right, guys? So that's the biggest thing when it comes to a service area business, is that you're not displaying your address because you don't serve customers at your location. You can set up to 20 areas, but you should not exceed a 2-hour drive from your home base, guys, which I will show you an example of that in a minute, of how not to list your service area. And then hybrid businesses that, have a physical location and also service area, they can display both a physical address and a service area. So here are the Google Business Profile guidelines for addresses, guys. This is going to keep your Google Business Profile from being suspended. This is basically, I've tried to condense it to the most important things that I routinely see, guys. And so literally, yes, I went to ChatGPT and I summarized all of the Google Business Profile guidelines along with my experience as well. And, I tried to condense it into one single slide right here, guys. So, and this is straight from the Google Business Profile guidelines, guys, but use a real address. So guys, when you're doing, when it comes to an address, if you're displaying an address, it must reflect your actual business location. No P.O. boxes or virtual offices, guys. None. No P.O. boxes or virtual offices, guys. This will get you, and this can get you suspended. Now, some guys may have it. They just haven't got caught yet, but it's only a matter of time. So if you do have suite and building numbers, guys, and you're displaying your address, include the suite floor building numbers if necessary. Now, if you have a service area business, hide your address if you don't serve customers at your location, and list one central profile with a designated service area. Right? So one profile, guys. We don't want duplicates out here because that's gonna hurt you. So no virtual offices or co-working spaces, guys. These are only allowed if staffed by your team during business hours with clear signages. So no virtual offices at all, guys, but you can have co-working spaces, guys, right? I have clients that have co-working spaces, and they are allowed, but like I said, if it's staffed by your team during business hours and it has clear signage. Now, one loophole that I'm going to give you guys right now, one loophole is this, is whoever the management is at your co-working space, they've probably dealt with these Google Business Profile verifications multiple times. And so what you're going to go ahead and do with them is you're going to go ahead and say, hey, can you help me with this Google Business Profile verification? And if you're paying them to get there, they're probably going to want to help you out so that you continue to use that location of theirs. And so, even if it's their staff, if you're a one-man band, have them, pretend to be your staff when you're taking the video, right? And then just get a magnet or something that shows their clear signage, like get a magnet with their logo, or have them do that for you to where they can put something on there. So there's multiple ways, guys, when you have a co-working space of what you can do. So you don't need to have any extra info in your address. So avoid adding URLs, keywords, or relevant details in the address field, guys. That should be without saying. You guys should know that. So separate profiles for locations. So create only one profile per location unless there are separate service areas with distinct staff, which we will be talking about, guys, how to list your address if you have multiple businesses in an area, guys. But don't try to cheat the system, you know what I mean, guys, and have separate profiles for locations where you're like, okay, it's 10 minutes down the road, guys. You don't want to go ahead and do that. You know what I mean? So what you want to go ahead and do is create one profile per location, but if you have a separate location, guys, with a whole new staff, like an office manager and different guys. So for example, this could be like if you have a Charlotte location and like a Raleigh location, right? Or in different parts of the city where they're about 20 to 30 minutes away. This is something that you could go ahead and do, right? So what are the best practices for businesses that actually have a physical address? Well, like I will reiterate again, guys, use a real world address, avoid PO boxes and virtual offices, include accurate unit, and suite building numbers, ensure that there's clear signage, pin location if needed. So if your address lacks a street number, use a map pin feature to set your exact location. And, ensure that your map pin is actually properly placed on your Google Business Profile, guys. So you should be checking your pin location every week, to be honest. You should, because a lot of people go ahead and will suggest an edit and move your map pin. So you want to go ahead and make sure that you have your map pin, accurately displayed, right? And then you want to make sure that your address is consistently displayed across all platforms. So ensure your address is formatted the same across all platforms and directories. So that means that like your Facebook, the Yelp pages, all of these different, profiles need to all have the same address so you're not confusing your customers, right? So what are the importance and advantages of listing a physical address in Google Business Profile? Because guys, I always tell my clients that it's always I always recommend to get a physical address. It's so much easier to rank in the Google Business Profile when you have a physical address than when you have a service area business. And why is that, guys? I'll tell you my own reasoning behind that. And my reasoning behind that is because it's easy, as Google's algorithm becomes more AI based, it's easier for Google to go ahead and be like, you know what? Like, I know that this business is exactly here because of the address that's displayed on the Google Business Profile. They don't have to do, the AI and their algorithm doesn't have to do extra work. But if you have a service area business, then they're going to grab signals, and this is what SEO does, and this is why SEO is important. But they're going to grab signals from all over the internet, whether it's your blogs, whether it's your directories and listings, whether it's other sites that refer your business, whether it's press releases, all of these different things that SEO companies usually do. That's why they do them, because they're going to pull that information and say, okay, we have enough information on our index to say that this business is located here, right, guys? And so that's a big thing that you want to go ahead and make sure. So, right? So what are the importance and advantages? So as soon as I've told you guys this, like I said, I always recommend to have a physical address. And I will talk about, even home addresses pretty soon. But what do physical addresses and what are the advantages of having them? Well, it improves their local search visibility. So location searches favor businesses with a physical address, particularly for customers seeking nearby services. So when you have the pressure washing near me, if you have a physical location, it's way easier to show up for that than if it's a service area business. Builds trust and credibility. A visible physical location reassures customers that your business is legitimate and established. It attracts local customers because it makes it easier. It supports SEO consistency because after that, guys, it's easy to go ahead and confirm your business and build that trust because you'll be able to list your address on multiple online directories like Yelp, Nextdoor, Facebook, all of that stuff, which improves your local SEO rankings. If you have a service area business and you don't have an address, it's a little bit more difficult, right? But required for verification, so we know that. But also this enabled customer walk-ins, allow customers to know where they can visit you during business hours. That's one of the advantages of having a physical location on there because it increases engagement too. Because what you'll see is there's going to be a button called driving directions and people can hit that, right? And the more that people hit driving directions to your Google Business Profile, guys, that's a signal to Google that like, hey, people are looking for this business, therefore they're going to prioritize their business more. So that's why having a physical address, I always think, dominates, having a service area business. So even if you have a service area business, I'm still going to tell you the best practices for it because we still have clients that rank with service area businesses as well, guys. So hide your physical address if you don't serve customers at your business location, right? So hide it. You want to set a defined service area. So you want to specify cities, postal codes, regions, counties, whatever it may be within a 2-hour driving distance from your base. So guys, Google still knows where your business is located at. They still know where it's located at, guys. Because you still have to, even if you hide your address, you still have to put like where you're located at, even if you have to hide your address. So Google's gonna rank you best, guys, where you're located at, even if you have a service area business. So that's why they know, like, yeah, that's why I said just do a 2-hour driving distance, because I'm gonna show you guys an example of how not to list a service area business. So you wanna create one profile, so only one profile for your central office, even if you serve multiple service areas. Also, guys, be clear about your service area. Ensure your list of service area accurately reflects where you provide services. So here's an example of how not to list a service area business. Now, for right here, guys, sorry, Max and Dirt and Grime, I'm displaying you right now. But if you look right here and you look, this business right here says that they service all of Alabama. Now, they might service all of Alabama, but man, that's going to be very difficult. So they're based out of Birmingham, Alabama. You know what I mean? So they serve Birmingham and nearby areas. Birmingham's like right here. That's like, it's going to be very difficult for them to serve everywhere they go, especially if they're going to go down to Mobile. That's like a 2.5, 3 hour drive, just to get there. Right, guys? Sometimes, guys. And so when I look at that, I'm like, you know what? This is how you don't want to go ahead and list it out. Because then at that point, if you're in Birmingham, are you going to go ahead and do a $200 driveway cleaning out in Mobile? No. It's always the thing that I tell our clients is that, even I tell them a lot when it comes to Google Ads with this. If you are based out of anywhere in the U.S., but then somebody in Japan said, hey, this month-long project that we need for pressure washing, we're going to pay you $3 million for this, right? Of course, you'd probably find a way to go ahead and do that job. But that doesn't mean that your service area is Japan now. You know what I mean? Because, of course, if the money's right, we'll travel anywhere. You know what I mean? And so, guys, I always say do the lowest, right? Do the lowest, see how far you would travel for the lowest ticket item that you offer. That's exactly what you'd want to do. That's how I would list a service area business. List it as for your lowest ticket service offering, how far you would travel for that. So, guys, we're going to talk about now how to handle a home address in Google Business Profile. So if you're like, Jonathan, I am sold on you right now on getting a physical address for my Google Business Profile, but I have a home address, man, and I want to see what I can do, right? Well, guys, let's go over those factors right now. So can you display a home address? Yes. If clients visit your home for services, right? So if a client want to pull up at your house and talk about a service estimate, then clients can visit your home for services. If they can talk to you about estimates and actually drive to your home, technically speaking, right? So no for service area businesses that visit customer locations, right? So when you display your home address, when customers and clients can visit your home office, as I said, right, guys? And when your home address serves as a legitimate business location. Now, I actually have a client that actually lives on some good land and property. And so for them, they actually have a warehouse like in their backyard that they've built themselves, where all their employees go to. They drive to their home address and they get ready, and prepare for the day in the backyard, right? They do, because that's where they can park the trucks. That's where they have a warehouse, all the equipment, all of that stuff. So he actually has a legitimate business or legitimate location at his home address. So when to hide. So guys, don't do this, right? Don't have a home address displayed if you don't want customers to meet you at your home. Just simply don't do it, guys. If you're like, Jonathan, I think that's weird, then just don't show your address, then your home address. You're gonna hide it, So you would hide your address and you would define a service area. In verifying a home address, guys, as I talked about, guys, postcard, phone call, video call, just the same verification methods. Usually, guys, it's going to be a video call that you're going to be doing, so follow those best procedures. Rewind this video and go back to the verification tips on how to go ahead and verify a business with a physical address. But also ensure accurate address information for quick verification, guys, right? So, guys, this is how to verify a home address in Google Business Profile. So it's probably going to be video verification, right, guys? And so I'm just showing you guys an example of how to do it. So Google's going to request a video verification, guys, right? So remember, guys, show your business location, exterior with signage, tools, equipments. So what that means, guys, is that You can't just put a yard sign out there on the front of your home address and say, hey, here's the sign. Guys, get something like on your garage, get something on your door. That's what I've done for our clients. I've seriously had our clients do that. When you start outside, you can put like a logo on your door, on your garage, whatever it may be, you can do that, right? And so here's some tips. Use good lighting and clear views. Show the street, business elements, so like your tools, branding, vehicles, signage, right, guys? Walk into your home, so show yourself unlocking the door and walking into your home, guys, right? Show your home office, whatever it may be. Show some home office stuff, show some branding, whether you have shirts in your home office. Guys, it doesn't matter if your home office is in your room. For my guys out there, hustling out their room and they have a computer in there, I've had a client literally in that position, right? So go ahead and do that, guys. Make sure to keep the video under 2 minutes. Don't make the video too long, guys, and make it continuous. You want to make the video continuous. You can't go ahead and start and stop it. And be ready for follow-up requests, guys. So sometimes with the video, somebody might answer you and they might even request a live video call. So make sure that you have all those elements that I just talked about in place before you get on a live video call. Or guys, a follow-up request may be for them to ask for the proper documentation, like your business, registration, any utility bills, any of this information, guys, you want to be able to provide them. Make sure that your name and your address are matched on both of those documents, guys. And then after verification, confirm and update the map pin, guys. So just make sure that the map pin is displaying correctly. So that's how you can, those are some tips, guys, and how you can verify a home address and Google Business Profile. So now we'll talk about how to verify businesses with multiple locations in Google Business Profile, right? So, of course, what is the importance of this? Each location needs its own listing for accurate local visibility. So each separate Google Business Profile that you have, guys, each location must have a unique address and phone number, right, guys? And so they need to have that, and we've done this for plenty of our clients. Both Google Business Profiles need to have a unique address and a phone number, guys. And so you want to optimize it locally. And I will show you guys an example in the next slide. But you want to optimize it locally. So tailor your services and photos and details for each location. So make them, guys, don't use the same photos for one Google Business Profile location for the other. Make it totally unique. But keep the branding consistent, right? And then so if you're doing, if you guys have more than like 10 locations, you can do a bulk verification for 10 plus locations, guys, right? And sometimes I've seen it to where we've done it for a client before. They actually send postcards because Google's like, I'm not trying to do a video verification of every location, all 10 of those locations. Then make sure that you have name, address, and phone number consistency across all platforms. So guys, if you have a separate Google Business Profile for one, like I said, just make sure that you're displaying and you have your own set of unique information for each one of your Google Business Profiles, right? So encourage, obviously, local reviews and photos for each location, and then always just constantly update it, right, guys? So here's an example, guys, right here of multi-location, right? So you see that these two profiles right here, Garrett's Pressure Washing of Louisville. So they have two. And when you look at the driving directions, guys, between the two locations, they're about 29 miles away. So they're actually doing it credibly. One of them, has the address right here. The other one has the address right there. So one of them has an address in Louisville. One of them has an address in Shelbyville right here, guys. And so they're following that. Each one of them has a unique thing. But, of course, a cover photo, the branding is consistent. Maybe they could have used a different cover photo, but, they have unique photos in each one of them. As you can see, the phone numbers are different as well, guys, right? So you can see that this phone number is different than this phone number, right? And so, as you guys know, they follow the guidelines for that, which is why they rank very well in their area, So address changes, guys. So a lot of guys just think that if you change your address, it's as simple as that. You know what I mean? And it's not, guys. So address changes and their impact on rankings. So local SEO impact, right? Moving can affect local rankings, especially if you change cities or regions. Google reassesses your location, which may temporarily reduce visibility, guys. So yeah, guys, when you change your address or locations, like I said, Google has to reassess your location again. So what are the best practices for this? Update your location address on all platforms, guys. And so one thing that guys and SEOs will tell you is that you want to maintain name, address, phone number consistency across all platforms. So make sure that you go ahead and you maintain that consistency across all platforms, guys, right? So make sure that if you update your address, that like all of your stuff is updated. It's updated on your website, it's updated on your Facebook, it's updated on your like Yelp account, your Better Business Bureau. Make sure it's updated everywhere. So you can also notify customers, and also you need to rebuild local authority. So focus on new reviews, citations, and backlinks to strengthen your visibility in your new area, depending upon what the competition is looking like. So those are some best practices for address changes, and we also went over the impact that they have on rankings. Now, guys, we will talk about business categories, right? Because this is very important as well. This is one of the most important ranking factors too, guys, which is why I'm talking about it. So what are business categories, guys? If you look to your right, you'll see that there's a primary category and additional categories that you can go ahead and add, right? And so Google Business Profile business categories are predefined labels that describe what your business is and what it offers. You know, this helps Google understand your business better, and it shows on your profile for relevant searches, which I will give you guys examples of. You must select a primary category that best represents your main business activity, and you can also add additional categories to reflect other services you provide. These categories are crucial for improving your visibility in local search results, guys. And right off the bat, guys, I will tell you it is. So like your primary category, you know, and I'll go over what you should list as a pressure washing business. But yeah, guys, make sure you have a primary category and list any additional category that is applicable to you. But you can do damage if you put too many additional categories, which we'll talk about. So why are categories important, guys? Well, it improves visibility. So Google uses them to match your business with relevant searches, increasing your chances of appearing search results. So guys, if your primary service is pressure washing, but you also have an additional category that says gutter cleaning as well, then you're going to better be served for gutter cleaning too, because guess what? You put it as an additional category. You not having that additional category helps, or it doesn't help, but it makes it more difficult for Google to understand if you do gutter cleaning service, even if you do and you have it listed on your website. So make sure you list that additional category on your Google Business Profile as well. So it drives qualified traffic, it boosts your local SEO, and it clarifies your offering. So it gives a clear insight to, you know, what you do, and it helps customers quickly determine, you know, if you offer what they need, right? So the best practices for categories, guys, right? So I'm going to show you the best practices. So choose a primary category carefully, right? So select the category that best describes your main business. Add relevant or second categories, right? So include second and additional categories to reflect other services or products you offer. Be specific, not general, right? So use specific categories available to better match your user searches. And so guys, for pressure washing, it's pretty clear cut. So I just used an example of a restaurant. So for example, if you're a restaurant, but you're particularly an Italian restaurant, you wouldn't just categorize your business as a restaurant. You would literally say Italian restaurant in that sense. You know what I mean? But I will show you guys what you can go ahead and categorize yourself as a pressure washing business. So avoid overloading with categories. And this is one of the main critical things that I see guys doing all the time, is that they overload it. They're like, I'm a pool cleaner, I'm a roofing contractor. And it's like, no, you're not. You're only going to dilute your rankings, and you're not going to rank, which I'll show you guys examples of that. You want to keep your categories updated. So regularly review and update categories and see if Google has any new categories that best represent your business. And use Google's predefined categories. So stick to the categories provided by Google instead of trying to create custom ones, which I will show you guys how you can create custom ones as well. Because they tell you that, but you can. So here's an example of the wrong category, guys. So there's this business that does pressure washing and paver sealing. They have their category as contractor, right? That is not the best one. That's like the Italian restaurant thing I was telling you guys about. There's an actual contractor that's called paving contractor, guys. So there's actually a service, there's actually a category called paving contractor, guys. You know what I mean? Which, let me see if I'm skipping some of this stuff right now. But yeah, guys. But there's actually a category called paving contractor, and that's what you would do. Cleaners, guys. Cleaners is actually like where you get, you know, the 24-hour like coin machine kind of cleaners. That's what they're talking about. Where you get your stuff, you know, ironed and just like all of that stuff. So those are actual cleaners, to where you would go and get your stuff like fitted, all of that. So you don't want to go ahead and list as cleaners, you know what I mean, which a lot of people do, right? So common categories exterior cleaning businesses should use: pressure washing service, gutter cleaning service, window cleaning service, and paving contractor. Those are the best ones that I have seen and that I've seen guys routinely use. Common categories exterior cleaning businesses should not use. So these are the ones that I always see, which is commercial cleaning. Guys, commercial cleaning is a janitorial service. It does not mean that you do, commercial jobs. Commercial cleaning is going to be like interior office building cleaning, janitorial, which I'll show you guys an example. Roofing contractor, guys. Roofing contractor is going to be used for guys that do roof installations, right? Roof repair. It's not for cleaning roofs, guys. Unfortunately, it's not. House cleaning service, guys. House cleaning service is not for pressure washing. House cleaning service is for interior made services. Pool cleaning services, guys, it's not like pool deck cleaning service. None of that, guys. It's going to be for guys that actually clean the pool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys aren't pool cleaners, right? And then cleaners is just what I described, guys, where you actually go to like clean your stuff, like a laundromat, all of that stuff, right? So here's an example. You know what I mean, guys? For most guys, they think that if you put roofing contractor, you'll rank better for roof cleaning. You won't. Right here, we can look at roof cleaning in Miami, and you'll see what categories these guys show up for, and Google puts them as. Some of these guys might have roofing contractor as that service, but look, pressure washing service, pressure washing service, pressure washing service. Now, we know that you soft wash your roof, guys, but nonetheless, pressure washing service, guys, encapsulates all of those services, like soft washing, all of that, right? So, roof cleaning in Tampa, you know what I mean? Now, guys, it also goes back to the business name like I told you. So, here's another example that in spite of that, they put roof cleaning or they put roofing contractor, right, guys? It says roof cleaning in Tampa, but these guys have pressure washing services. But guess what, guys? They're called Tampa Roof Cleaning, and this is called Roof Cleaning Tampa. So that's why a ranking factor, guys, is going to go ahead and be what? It's going to be your Google Business Profile name. Even though I know we're not talking about that, we're talking about categories. But still, you see it says roofing contractor right here. I wouldn't advise that because these guys did it right. You know what I mean? The only reason why this guy's ranking is because his business name is that. If his business name was not this and he had this listed, they would not rank at all, guys. Right? So here's commercial cleaning, as I told you guys, right? Guys will put commercial cleaning. So just do an example. Just do a search. If you do commercial cleaning, and I just did Tampa, you'll see that it's like janitorial services, office pride, general facility care, Jan Pro cleaning and disinfectant, right? So don't stop putting commercial cleaning on there. There's not even a pressure washing business that shows up right there. And you see for the local service ads, Made Pro of Tampa. You know what I mean? So commercial cleaning is not something that you want to go ahead and use. And I see a lot of guys use that, right? So now, guys, we're going to talk about the business name. This will be pretty fast, pretty easy to go ahead and go over. So what is your business name, guys? The business name, in the Google Business Profile is the official name that your business uses and as it appears in the real world. It should be consistent with your branding and the name used on your storefront, website, and other marketing material. So make sure that your business name is consistent across the web, guys, right? Pretty self-explanatory. So here's what not to do with your Google Business Profile name, because some of you guys are actually getting your Google Business Profile suspended and you don't even know because you put your Google Business Profile name the wrong way. So avoid extra information. So don't include addresses, hours, phone numbers, or URLs in the business name. No marketing taglines like promotions like, at all clean, we clean it all. Like no taglines, guys, or promotional phrases, slogans, none of that. No store codes or special characters. So guys, avoid using special characters and trademark symbols. So there's no reason for you to put LLC. No reason. Don't use all caps. So here's an example. Don't put Subway. You see how Subway has all caps? Don't do that. And don't add service details or location description. So here's an example. Holiday Inn, and they put I-93 at exit 2. Like, don't put that, guys, right there. Just put your business name. They have an address field for a reason, guys. And so these are some of the things that you should not do with the Google Business Profile name, guys. Take a screenshot of this, whatever it may be. This is what you want to go ahead and do or not do, right? Not do when it comes to your Google Business Profile name. So now we'll talk about the Google Business Profile description, guys, right? So now we'll talk about the description. So what is a Google Business Profile description? Well, it's a description of your business and what people will see. So a Google Business Profile description is a summary of your business that appears on your profile. It allows you to highlight what makes your business unique, describes your products or services, and shares key information that can attract potential customers. The description should be concise, guys, informative, reflect your brand's voice, and help users understand what your business offers and why they should choose your business, right? And so here's an example of what that is right here, guys. As you can see, here's an example. So what is the importance of the Google Business Profile, description? Well, it improves your search relevance. So it helps Google understand what your business offers, leading to better matches. It communicates your value, right? So it provides potential customers with a concise summary of your business's key services, your values, and your uniqueness, and it boosts the engagement, right? It can compel people to further, contact you if they like your description, and of course enhances SEO. But I say you can add some keywords, guys, but it's not gonna really have such a pivotal impact if you add your keywords in there. But I suggest you should add at least one, like, hey, we're a pressure washing company in whatever location you service, right? So how do you optimize your Google Business Profile description? You can use relevant keywords, you can be concise and clear, you can highlight your unique selling points, like what makes you different from your competitors. You can include the services, guys. So all of these things, guys, right here, you need to include. So the biggest thing is be clear and concise. Be clear and concise. Highlight your unique selling points and why people should choose you. Include your services or products so that people can know, like, right off the bat, hey, they actually provide this service. And maintain a consistent tone. So don't avoid promotional content. Don't be super salesy. Use complete sentences and grammar, and regularly update, just based off of your business details. So here's what not to do with the Google Business Profile description, and this can actually get you suspended. And a lot of you guys don't even know. You keep sending appeals and you're like, why is my appeal getting suspended? Or why is my appeal getting rejected? Well, guys, check these things. So avoid low quality content. So no misspellings, gimmicky characters like emojis and all of that, which you can add, but I just say I like to err on the safe side. Or irrelevant info. Don't promote sales or prices. So don't include special offers, discounts, and prices. And don't include any links. So do not include any links, guys, on your Google Business Profile. Do not include any links on it, right? So these are the three things. Avoid low quality content, don't promote sales or prices, and no links allowed, guys, when it comes to your Google Business Profile, right? So if you want to stay safe, you can always use the suggest a description option from Google, right? And they will go ahead and suggest one for you and have it optimized so that you know that you will not get penalized for it. So as you can see, when you go to input your Google Business Profile description, you can go ahead and click this suggest description, and bam, you'll have that right there. So phone number, guys, let's talk about the phone number. Now we will talk about your phone number in the Google Business Profile. So where's the phone number in the Google Business Profile, guys? It's pretty self-explanatory, right? It's the phone number, or it's the contact or the primary contact of how customers can reach your business, and this is displayed on your Google Business Profile in Maps, and it helps customers easily contact you. As you guys can see, here's an example of that when they look at it, and then also when you go to the contact information to fill it out. So best practices for phone numbers, guys, right, is use a local number. So guys, I see a lot of guys sometimes not use local numbers, and that can hurt your conversion rate, so even if you moved, guys, I suggest if you're using like your personal phone and you're like, well, Jonathan, I moved, use a local number, guys. It's going to help you out a lot. And yes, Google does take that as like somewhat of a ranking factor. It's not such a big one, but they look at it like, okay, this guy has a local number. So ensure that you have direct control of it. So the phone number should be under the control of the business and answered by your team. Be consistent. So ensure the phone number matches the one used on your website and other listings, guys, right? No premium numbers. So avoid using premium rate numbers that charge callers. No redirects, right, guys? So the numbers should connect daily or directly to your business without rerouting to another service or location. That doesn't mean that you can't have call tracking, guys. That's fine, where it says like this call is being recorded, right? But don't have it to where it automatically redirects, like bam, bam. Don't do that. And then add additional numbers. So you can include secondary numbers for customer support or other services if relevant, guys, right? So what not to do with your phone number, guys? So what not to do? No call. So it says no call centers, guys. You know what I mean? I know you guys can use a call center, but that's why they go ahead and add a unique line. So this one, guys, I just put in there because technically speaking, you can't do it. But yes, our clients have a call center. That's why it's good to just have a unique number, and that's why the call centers provide you with a unique number, right? So, you know, guys, you can have a call center, but that's why they make sure that they give you a unique number. So no redirects, guys, as we talked about, you know, where it redirects to another business or anything like that. Make sure that you have direct control and no premium rate numbers. Avoid using numbers that charge high fees to callers, guys, right? That's pretty self-explanatory in that sense. So guys, how to properly add tracking numbers, right? So a lot of you guys don't properly add your tracking numbers, and that's going to hurt your ability to rank, right? Because remember, as we talked about, and we'll talk about later, is that name, address, and phone number consistency is vital and crucial when it comes to your Google business profile. So guys, right? So how do you properly add the tracking number? Well, you set your tracking number as a primary phone number in your Google business profile. Then you'll link to your real number, so ensure the tracking number forwards directly to your business's actual phone, and then input your real number as a secondary phone number, right? And so this is how it should look. This is the tracking number as a primary, guys, right here, and then this is the main number that we put down here, right? So it makes sure that we, you know, have the business information consistent across the web, just in case we have to do a new tracking number or whatever it may be, guys, right? But this tracking number forwards over to this number anyway. And if this number doesn't end up working, people can still call this one as well. So make sure that you're doing that, guys. So now we'll talk about the website URL. So what is website URL in the Google Business Profile, guys? Well, obviously, right, the website URL is a link to your business's official website, you know, so this is where people can learn, obviously, visit your website, get information about your services, products, your business location, and just overall about your business. As you can see, there's a button that you can click to go ahead and get to your website, and then you can also display it right here. So what are the best practices for your website URL? Use your official website, guys. That's pretty easy. Avoid redirects. So when somebody clicks on your website link, they shouldn't be redirected to something else like a social media profile, a third-party site, you know what I mean, and a landing page. Now, have I done the landing page thing? I have, guys, because I'm like, you know what? You know, the client needs something out there at least. But definitely, guys, don't do social media profile or a third-party site. That will be grounds for a suspension immediately. So be consistent, guys. Make sure that you have the same web address that you use on your Google business profile. Make sure that it's consistent across all of the web. Make sure that your business, you know, that your website is secure, and it starts with HTTPS secure, guys. If it's not secure, then at that point, Google's going to recognize that, you know what I mean, it's not good for users in that sense. Direct to relevant pages. So if you have a multi-location business, link directly to the page for the specific location, not the home page. So if you're a multi-location business, for example, let's say that you're in Atlanta, but you also have a area in Marietta, you would have and let's say your main location's in Atlanta, so you would have your main homepage, you know, for your Atlanta Google Business Profile, go to your homepage, and then on your website, if you have a Marietta page, for your Google Business Profile that you have for Marietta, you would link to that Marietta page instead of your home page right there. So keep the URL updated regularly, guys. Pretty self-explanatory on that. So here are things, so what not to do with your website URL so that you don't get suspended, guys. So as we talked about, no redirects. Don't go to other websites, third-party sites. No social media links, so don't put your social media as the website. Don't use inconsistent URLs, so make sure that they are consistent, right? No affiliate or promotional links. That should be pretty easy. And no broken links, guys. So make sure that you're always checking your website to make sure that it is not broken or inactive, you know? So make sure that it is actually properly working and functioning. So let's talk about the booking URL option now, guys, when it comes to your Google Business Profile. So what is a booking URL in the Google Business Profile, guys? What is it? Well, the booking URL in the Google Business Profile is a link that allows customers to book appointments or services directly through your profile, right? So businesses can add a booking URL that directs users to an online booking system, streamlining the scheduling process for customers And this feature is especially helpful for service-based businesses, guys. You know what I mean? Making it easy for people to secure appointments without needing to visit a separate website, guys, right? So what are the benefits of adding a booking URL? Well, convenience, guys. It allows customers to book your service directly from your profile, streamlining the process. It actually, it increases booking, so it simplifies your scheduling. It enhances the user experience. It improves efficiency because it automates your booking process. And adding a booking URL adds functionality to your profile, making it more attractive in search results, guys. And so Google will reward you for that. So examples of common booking URLs that you can add. So a lot of people, guys, as pressure washing businesses, these are some of the main ones that you guys will add, right? So yeah, you have your Responsibid, your Jobber, your House Call Pro, your Markate. So these are simple booking URLs, guys. So here's an example. So I know I used him as an example for not how to list your service area, but he has a booking URL right here, guys. And as you can see, it's a Jobber link, right, guys? So yeah, he has his website, but he also has his Jobber link right here that people can, go out and fill their information out, guys. So this is why it's important to have that booking link. So now, guys, we're going to talk about business hours and how to properly, list your business hours and the impact they actually have on your rankings. So what are the business hours in the Google Business Profile, guys? Well, business hours in a Google Business Profile are the hours, during which your business is open, right, guys? So you want to make sure that you have the accurate business hours because it helps you when it comes to your customers and the engagement and making sure that they know when you're open, right, guys? And so what are the best practices for business hours in the Google Business Profile? Well, of course, guys, as you can see, it obviously displays, as you guys can see in this example, so that people know when to call you, when not to call you. So ensure accuracy, right? So the best practice for your business hours in the Google Business Profile is ensure that it's accurate. So make sure that you have the correct and up-to-date hours to reflect when your business is open. Nobody wants to call and you don't answer because you're not open. Add any special hours, including holidays, and special events to avoid customer confusion. Also use consistent hours, so ensure hours match it. Ensure the hours that you listed also match your website and other online profiles as well. Avoid listing 24/7 if not true, guys. So Google will actually dock you tremendously. I actually got a study and I read a study on this. Only list 24-hour availability if your business truly operates around the clock, because they will actually penalize you guys if you do say that. You know what I mean? That you're 24 hours and you're really not. So add specific service hours. So for service area business, include the hours you're available to travel to customers also, guys. So include that in your hours. So adjust your hours promptly if there are any changes or temporary closures, guys. So just make sure that you always update your hours. So now, guys, we're going to talk about how business hours affect your rankings, because this is one thing I wanted to share because guys don't understand that it does. So openness is a ranking factor, which I will show you guys in the next slide. So Google uses business hours as a strong signal for local search, right? Rankings. Impact on visibility, right? So businesses with accurate, up-to-date hours are more likely to appear in local search results. So there's penalties for incorrect hours, guys. You know what I mean? So if your business appears closed when it's open, it can disappear from local search results, right? Reducing visibility. Or if it's appeared as open and it's actually closed, same penalty can happen. So always keep your business hours current, including special holiday hours, and avoid false 24/7 listings, like I said, guys, because it can result in poor user experience and possible Google penalties. And so here's an example, guys, of openness as a ranking factor, right? So here's somebody, right? This was Sky. This was by a local. This is a lawyer from Sterling Sky, right? So she took a photo of her clients' rankings. So this was actually at 7:03 a.m. when they were closed. You can see in the map pins. So this map pin basically says they rank in the top 2 right here in Orlando, but everywhere else they don't show up in the top 3, because you want to show up in the top 3 in the map pack. But when they were open at 9:55, you can see the rankings vastly change. And there's a reason for that. Google only wants to display businesses that are open. If you're closed, why would Google prioritize your business and local search ranking results, right? So that's the reason why openness is actually a ranking factor. And I've seen it. Clients are like, what clients will do to us sometimes is they'll look at their rankings during the day, and they'll be great, and then they'll go at night and they're like, Jonathan, how come my Google business profile, I was ranking number 1 but it's number 8? And I'm like, dude, it'll go back up when you're open again. It's just that you're closed right now, so they're not going to prominently display you. So as you guys can see, they did a study on this at Bright Local for HVAC contractors average map ranking outside of opening hours versus during opening hours, right? So here's the first contractor. So when they were closed, right, it's the dark green, and when they were and the light green is when they were open. So as you guys can see, the open and the light green is actually more, as you guys can see in both these examples. Now brown is 24 hours. So their stuff just consistently showed, the same across all hours, right? And then when you came to open and close for this contractor, it actually stayed the same, so they must be super authoritative. And then for this HVAC contractor for number 5, as you guys can see, when they're closed, their rankings are 11. They average about 9 when their business is open, right, guys? And so, as you can see, the light green and the dark green in the comparison, people do actually lose rankings, right, when they're closed. So now let's talk about social profiles when it comes to your Google Business Profile, guys, right? So what are the social profiles in the Google Business Profile? Well, social profiles in Google, refer to the links that business can add to their profile, right? So you guys can add your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and these links, guys, they do help enhance your business's online presence, right? So what is the importance of adding these social media profiles to your Google Business Profile? Well, it boosts your credibility, right? Because those verified social media profiles increase trustworthiness and authenticity. It improves your engagement because now people will be clicking on that so they can go to multiple platforms. Obviously, the social activity, can influence Google rankings by increasing your online visibility. It drives traffic to your social media profiles, and it also gives your brand consistency, and it's cohesive across all platforms, which does help your local rankings, actually, guys. And so here's a social profile option that they have currently, which is Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. So make sure that you guys get listed on all of those. Google is actually showing you the social profiles that they most trust themselves. So re-engineer this for yourselves, guys, and get listed on these immediately if you haven't already done so, right? So here's an example of where it shows. You can see right now that it does show the social media profiles right there, and it displays them when people are looking up your business, right? So you can see that they're showed. Now let's talk about the opening date, guys, on your Google Business Profile. Some of you guys may see it. You know what I mean? It's an option that you have. Basically, the open date is from when your business first opened and at its current location. So this basically helps customers know how established your business is, and it's especially helpful for people that are moving to that area or that are new to that area, right? And so as you guys can see, whatever you put for your opening date, it will actually display that. So for example, they'll say like 20 plus years in business. So I'm going to surmise that this guy put that their business has been open, because right now it's currently 2024 when I'm making this video. So I'm going to go ahead and surmise that this guy said that his business actually opened up, in 2002 or something, because that's more than 20 years. So it does display on the actual Google Business Profile, guys, as you can see right now, right? So services. So you can actually add services to your Google Business Profile, and that's what we're going to talk about right now. So what are services in the Google Business Profile? Well, they refer to the specific offerings provided by your business. So remember I was talking about the Google Business Profile categories, guys? Well, actually, as you guys can see, in this example, there's categories right now, and you can actually add your own categories, which I will show you how to add services to your profile, right? And so listing services allows you to showcase what your business does, helping potential customers understand your key services. You can add descriptions for each service. You can improve visibility, right? Which we'll talk about. So why are services important in the Google Business Profile? Well, they improve your visibility because, and I'll show examples of this, but now your listing, can show for specific services. It clarifies your offerings, guys, so it helps customers easily understand what your business provides, leading to better engagement. It boosts your credibility as well, right? So a detailed service listing shows how professional you are, gives transparency to the customer, and builds more trust with them. It's attract targeted leads. So if you add super specific service offerings, there may be a customer or two that's looking for that specific customer offering, and bam, you guys show up for that. And it enhances your SEO. So proper service descriptions contribute to local SEO, improving your rankings and search results, guys. So what are the best practices when it comes to adding services in your Google business profile? Well, you want to be specific, guys. So list out in detail your relevant services your business provides. And you can even use keywords, guys. You can organize by categories, so group related services under broader categories for easy navigation, which I'm going to go ahead and show you guys in a minute. You can add descriptions, so make sure that you're adding descriptions so that you're providing clear, concise descriptions to help customers understand what you offer and how that process goes and what it entails. Make sure that you update regularly, and most important, guys, avoid overloading. Some guys do that, and that's actually considered spam on a Google business profile. So focus on the most important services to avoid any clutter, guys. So how do you add services to your Google business profile? Well, guys, access your profile, because the reason why I'm showing you guys is because a lot of people don't know that this actually exists. So I'm going to show you right now, right? So go to access your profile and search, click on edit services in Google Maps, right? You'll edit profile, then you'll have services, and you guys can see the example right here in this photo. So choose from the suggested services, guys, so you can add more services right here to a category. So as you can see for window cleaning services right here, I can add more services under window cleaning, or I can add another entire business category, which, guys, I just say keep it simple, keep it basic. Majority of your services will be under the primary pressure washing category. So after adding or editing, click save to update your profile. So access your profile, click on edit profile services, add or edit the services from your profile, and then save those changes, guys. So that's how you can add services to your Google business profile, right? So here's examples of it, guys. So right here, it says building. So I put in like building, washing, Winston-Salem, NC, right? So as you guys can see, it says provides commercial building washing, and this is where it says right here, edit. So, if you go to that profile right here, you can edit the service details, which I'm not going to tell you which profile, guys, you know what I mean, that I'm editing, but still, guys, right? You can go ahead and look at this, and right here, they said commercial building washing, and then they did the service description right here, guys, right? So as you guys can see, that makes it more relevant. So I definitely think that you guys should add services to your Google business profile. Now, guys, let's talk about products. Now, I know you guys might say, Jonathan, I provide a service, not a product. Well, guys, your service is a product. You know what I mean? And so we're going to talk about products right now and how you guys can add that, because this is going to supercharge your guys' completeness. So the more that you complete your profile, the better Google will rank you. So what are the products in the Google business profile? Well, products in Google Business Profile allow businesses to showcase specific items they sell. So this feature, lets you add product names, descriptions, prices, photos to help potential customers discover your offerings, right, guys? So products appear prominently on your profile, providing an easy way for customers to browse and learn more about what you sell. And so as you guys can see right here, if you're on your business profile, you can go to edit products, and then you can add it, right, where you have a product name, a category, product price, product description, the URL to it, and a high resolution photo for it as well, guys, right? So why are products important in Google business profile? Well, once again, guys, just like the services, they increase your visibility. So displaying products directly on your profile helps customers discover what you sell without needing to visit your website. And I will show you guys an example of how it's displayed on the Google business profile. It enhances engagement. So the same thing, guys. So eye-catching product photos, descriptions, and prices can attract more customers. And they do prominently display them, guys. It improves the search relevance, so you highlight specific products, help your business shows up for more relevant searches, and it also builds trust because it provides a clear and transparent product listing, giving your customers confidence in what you provide, right? So what are the best practices, guys? Use high-quality photos. Make sure that you guys have an accurate description, organized by category. So you can actually create categories, guys. So you can say you can create a soft washing category and then put your soft washing services that you do, right? So that could be roof cleaning, house washing that you can put under there. Then you create another category that's pressure washing, which is you put for driveway cleaning, concrete cleaning, sidewalk cleaning, whatever it may be. Or if you want to do residential pressure washing, which is what we do for our clients, we'll put residential and commercial, right? And we'll list out their commercial services and products, and we'll list out the residential services and products. But make sure that you guys keep your prices updated, right? Refresh regularly, add or remove outdated products that you guys have, and be specific. So use keywords related to your product, and that will help with your search visibility, guys. So how to add products. So same thing, guys. You're going to sign into your Google Business Profile, right? You're going to click on Edit Profile. You're going to click on Products. You're going to click on Add Product, which you guys can see right here. So use Edit Products on desktop to modify or delete items. So a lot of the time, guys, you won't be able to use it on mobile, but you can use it on desktop when you are editing any products on, your desktop. So yeah, guys, you can add products, and this is how it's kind of displayed. And so right now you'll see right here, this is how it is displayed, guys, for products. When people are looking at your business, it shows exactly what that is. And so as you guys can see, we had the categories for the products, residential services and commercial services. So you guys can see exactly what we're doing on that. Now, guys, we have the frequently asked questions, or the FAQs portion of the Google Business Profile, which people don't know even exist, right, guys? And so what are the FAQs in the Google Business Profile? The FAQs in Google Business Profile are a feature that allows businesses to listen, answer frequently asked questions or commonly asked questions from customers. So these questions can either be added by the business owner or directly from the customer, guys. And this helps just provide quick and helpful information to users, which we'll get to in a minute about the benefits of it, guys. But as you guys can see, if you're logged into your actual Google Business Profile, you'll be able to see this Q&A portion right here, and then you'll click on Ask a Question right there. And then you, like I said, business owners, those questions can be added by the business owner or from customers. So what are the benefits? Well, as you guys know, it improves customer experience. So answer common questions directly, providing quick and helpful information to potential customers. So it's time saving. It reduces the need for repetitive inquiries addressing the same concerns. It increases trust. So it helps build credibility, by offering transparency about your services, hours, pricing, and more. And since it builds that trust, it enhances your SEO. So, especially if you have questions that are frequently asked or show up in the people also ask section, this can help your local search visibility, and it's convenient for your customers, so you'll have positive engagement on your profile, which will positively enhance your rankings. So tips on what FAQs to answer, guys. So you guys may say, well, what FAQ should I add on my profile? Well, service details. So what type, so you guys can talk about the details of your guys' services, right? So what type of surfaces do you clean? How long does it take? So a lot of people ask, like, how long does it take to clean my roof? How long does it take to clean my house? Pricing. So do you offer free estimates? What factors influence the cost? So people are always asking, like, how much does it cost to pressure wash my driveway? How much does it cost to soft wash my house, right? You can answer those. Safety. Are your cleaning products eco-friendly? How do you protect, people's properties from damage? How do you protect their plants? So you guys can talk about the safety. Scheduling, right? So a lot of people ask, do I need to be home for the service? How do I book an appointment? These are easy questions that you guys can ask and answer. And then post-service kind of stuff as well. So people might always ask, how often should I get my property pressure washed, right? Is there a satisfaction guaranteed? Are there any warranties that you provide for your services? These are, questions that you guys can go ahead and answer or ask and then answer, right? So these are just tips on what FAQs to answer. So how can you guys get these FAQs from your customers to get better engaging ones? Well, track repeated questions. So monitor all your customer calls, email, social media, and just general inquiries, guys. Use online tools, so include a question box on your website or use surveys to gather common inquiries. And then just engage on social media, guys. Make a post, about like common questions that people may have, and you can go ahead and use those questions and, your answer, and you can transfer that to your Google Business Profile as well. So how do you add the FAQs, guys? Once again, as I showed you guys, you go to the QA portion, click on the Ask a Question, and then you'll see it right here, guys, where you'll be able to ask a question, post it, and then you'll be able to reply to it as well. So you'll sign in, edit profile, go to this Q&A, right, guys? And so they do have character limits. So for questions, guys, it's 150 characters. For answers, it's 1,000 characters. And so you'll save all the changes and ensure all your FAQs are concise and informative, guys, right? So here's an example of it right here, guys. So here's an example on the right hand side of it being displayed where it says questions and answers, and you'll be able to see all the questions and answers, right? And then on the left hand side right here, guys, you'll be able to see, which I kind of got this backwards, didn't I, guys? But you'll see how soon can I book an appointment, with this company? What areas do you serve? So these are questions that they're going ahead and asking right off the bat and answering. So when people see this, they automatically know that information. Now let's talk about photos, guys, right? Let's talk about photos. Obviously, guys, we know what photos are. Photos in the Google Business Profile are images uploaded to visually represent your business. These can include your location, products, services, staff, and even your customer experiences, guys, right? Those are what photos are. So what are the importance of photos in your Google Business Profile? Well, they increase engagement. So visual content attracts more clicks and views from your customers. And, more increased engagement means better rankings, right? High quality images of your business and services and products enhance credibility. Therefore, with enhanced credibility, you will convert more users, right? So it improves your search visibility. So that's why they're always telling you Google loves photos, so feed them photos. It showcases your business, which can also help with conversion rates and people converting for your services, because you're establishing yourself as a brand and you're representing yourself as a brand in the best light when you have high quality photos, right? So it encourages customer interaction. So even customers can add their own photos as well, especially to the reviews, right? Customers can add photos to their reviews, which that's the next thing we're going to be talking about after we talk about photos. So what are the type of photos you can upload? So you can upload 3 different type of photos: a logo, a cover photo, and then business photos. And business photos, guys, are comprised of different ones like exterior, interior, at work, which we'll get into in a minute. But your logo and cover photo are the most consistent ones that you guys see, which I'll show you an example right in a minute. But let's go over the photo guidelines. So the formats, guys, need to be JPEG or JPG or PNG. And they need to be, 10 kilobytes to 5 megabytes, guys, right? Anything less or anything more, it's not going to go ahead and upload. So make sure that your resolution, guys, is 250x by 250px, right? Or the recommended is 720 by 720px. And this is all information that you guys can go ahead and Google if you're like, what does that mean, Jonathan? The image quality, clear, well lit, no heavy filter, excessive alterations to the photos, guys. Google does not like that. So I see a lot of guys do that. They do not like that, which I'll get back to in a minute. So logo visibility, ensure all your business details are accurate for the logo to display. Real location-based images, guys. So avoid stock photos. I see screenshots and selfies all the time, guys. Stop uploading that to your Google Business Profile. Focus on the actual business location or service. And so minimal editing, guys, that's fine, right? If you're trying to enhance the lighting or anything like that, but avoid heavy filters, borders, or superimposed type of content where you're like, this is what the driveway cleaning was, or whatever it may be. Avoid using information like that. So what are the best practices, guys? Use high quality images, right? Keep it relevant. So that means focus on business locations, staff, services, and products. Have an accurate representation. So avoid heavy filters or excessive editing to maintain the authenticity of your photos, guys. Make sure that you have consistent updates. So regularly update your photos. Your logo and cover photo, include a high quality logo and a high quality cover photo that best represent your business, because those are going to be the photos that people are going to first see when they look at your Google Business Profile. So comply with guidelines. So ensure images meet Google's format, size, and content policies, guys, right? So tips for business photos and how to optimize them. So remember, guys, when I told you that business photos have multiple categories to them? Well, they do. So there's exterior photos, interior photos, product photos, photos of you doing the work, and team photos, guys, right? Now, for a pressure washing business, product photos and photos at work are basically the same thing. So let's talk about exterior photos. So add at least 3 showing your business from different directions and times of day. So that could be like your building, that could be your truck, that could be any of that stuff that's outside, guys, right? But mainly I do like your truck outside of a building or your truck outside of a house, those type of photos. So you want to have at least 3 of those on your Google Business Profile. Interior photos. So this is if you have an actual physical business. If you don't need to worry about the interior photos. But showcase the ambiance with at least 3 well-lit images. So like just your customers, your staff, any of that, your amenities in your actual building. Show that so people get a feel of how that is. And so, like I said, product photos and photos at work are the same thing, guys. Basically, just show yourself working, show your team working, all of that. And then team photos, as we said, guys, show 3 images of your team to humanize your business and make people relate and assimilate with you more, guys, right? So here's an example of the logo. So this is how the logo is displayed, guys. So the logo shows up on your Google Business Profiles, specifically your Google Business Profile post as well. So here's an example of how the logo is used on your Google Business Profile, as you guys can see. Example of a cover photo. So as you guys can see, the cover photo, this is the photo that everybody sees all the time. It's that first one that people see on your Google Business Profile, right? And then examples of business photos, right? So as you guys can see, this is the at work one. This is the exterior photo right here, as you guys can see on the right for this business. Then for this business on the left, here's our cover photo right here of a nice house. Then here's the outside of their business location as well. So the exterior of that location. So yeah, guys, these are just some examples of those business photos that I talked about and how they look, right, guys? And so here's what not to do with your photos in Google Business Profile so that you don't get them deleted or anything like that. So avoid low quality media. So avoid blurry, dark, or heavily edited images. No stock photos. Avoid distracting elements, right, guys, like text, irrelevant graphics, borders. No selfies or personal focus. Keep the location as a primary subject. You know what I mean, guys? It says not the people, but show your team. But don't just have a dozen selfies of just yourself. You know what I mean? I've seen that, guys. I've seen that before. Don't ignore guidelines. So follow the guidelines, guys, that I've given you previously, and the quality and requirements. And a big thing, guys, is do not include your phone numbers in images or videos. Google will not let you upload that. Videos you might be able to get away with, but for phone numbers, which I just advise you guys stay away from images or videos where they have your phone number like that, just where you edit it in. Like if you just happen, quote unquote, to take a picture of your truck and it has your phone number displayed prominently, that's fine, guys, but don't edit it in there. Don't go ahead and edit and add your phone number on top of the photo. So now, guys, let's talk about reviews, because we know reviews are super important as well. So what are reviews in the Google Business Profile? Well, reviews in Google Business Profile are customer feedback and ratings left by users based on their experiences with your business, right? So we all know what reviews are, guys, and reviews contribute to your business's online reputation, right, guys? So I don't really have to talk about reviews. All of you guys, if you're watching this video, probably know what reviews are and how you can see right here how they're displayed, right, guys? And so what are the importance of getting reviews for your Google Business Profile? Well, it builds trust. So positive reviews enhance credibility and show customer satisfaction. It improves local SEO because, as we know, guys, it's a ranking factor, right? It's a factor for local search rankings, and it helps the business appear higher in search results. It attracts new customers, right? That the more reviews and the higher that review rating, the more people are like, hey, I trust this business more, I'm going to use them. Provides feedback, right? So reviews offer valuable insights to what customers appreciate or where improvements are needed. And it enhances engagement. So responding to reviews, both positive and negative, fosters stronger relationships with customers, and also shows that, which we'll talk about in a minute about negative reviews and how to handle that. But it also just shows that you're trustworthy, you're credible, and also, it increases that engagement, which overall helps your SEO and your ability to rank. So what types of reviews get you ranked? Well, high quality detailed reviews, and I'm going to be showing you guys examples of some of these. But reviews with specific details about the customer experience help Google understand your business better. Obviously, positive reviews, guys. A higher volume of positive reviews boost your business's rankings and trustworthiness. So remember we talked about earlier, guys, reviews with keywords. So reviews that naturally include relevant keywords related to your business or services improve your local SEO. And consistent reviews, guys. So regularly reviewing, or regularly receiving new reviews signals to Google that your business is active and engaged. Now, you don't want to go ahead, guys, and spam it, because that's also a big problem that people will face, is where they get missing reviews and they're like, Jonathan, I have missing reviews, right? And so when it comes to that, that's one of those things, guys, that's a review signal on there. So owner responses. So responding to reviews, both positive and negative from the owner, shows customer engagement, which can also enhance visibility as well, guys. So example of a detailed review. As you guys can see, this person left a very detailed review. 5-star review. It's very detailed. Examples of keyword-rich review, right, guys? So when people add keywords, Google will actually display them. So even when I put roof cleaning Tampa, it says Tampa roof cleaning, soft clean out roof, and did a perfect job. So when you add those like keywords into it, guys, right, which I tried to find some more, but Google doesn't like, or not doesn't like, but I just could not find at the time, a review with an exact match keyword. But still, guys, when they do have exact match keywords in the reviews, it does help because it gets displayed right here. So the more of those that you have, the better. So example of owner response. So here's somebody that went ahead and left a good review for somebody, and then the owner responded, right? So that is very good. So the best practices for reviews on your Google business profile: encourage customers to leave reviews, obviously, guys. Respond to all your reviews. Provide timely responses. So as soon as somebody leaves a review, respond to it promptly. Always stay professional. Avoid fake or incentivized reviews, guys. So avoid fake ones, and always ask for detailed feedback. Tell clients how to leave you a review, guys. So tell them like, hey man, leave some details about your experience, and hey, guide them on maybe adding a keyword or two in that review as well. So how do you handle handling negative reviews, guys? Because I see that, and a lot of guys don't know how to handle negative reviews, right? So respond promptly. Address the review quickly to show attentiveness. You know what I mean, guys? Stay professional. Remain calm and polite in all responses. Acknowledge the issue. Recognize the customer's concern. Offer a solution, so provide a resolution or invite them to discuss further offline. And for fake reviews, report the review to Google and politely respond to it, being false, right, guys? And so even if you get a fake review, respond to it, guys. I see a lot of guys don't. And encourage, obviously, genuine review. So ask customers to leave a genuine review. Feedback to balance out negatives. You know what I mean, guys? So get more positive reviews to negate out the negative reviews. So how to get more positive reviews, guys? So as satisfied customers, ask your satisfied customers. So these are 7 ways on how you guys can get more reviews that I definitely, think that you can automatically add in your business. So ask satisfied customers, request reviews, after successful service. Database reactivation. So use your guys' CRM, your customer relationship manager, whether that's Jobber, Markate, House Call Pro, whatever it may be, to re-engage past satisfied customers to leave reviews. Follow-up emails. So send automated emails with a direct review link. So even in your CRM, you might, as soon as a job is completed, it may trigger a follow-up email with a review link, guys, which I'll show you how to get the review link. Use a review software, so you can automate your reviews by using tools like Nice Job or Sotellus, right? Those are some popular ones in the exterior cleaning industry. Also, you can offer bonuses to techs, so reward team members for getting reviews. Shout out to Brendan Lazar. He has a good incentivized program called Bonus Up, where you guys can go ahead and gamify that, because that's the next thing, is gamify reviews. Create competitions among your team to encourage more reviews. And then social media, promote your review link on platforms like Facebook or Instagram, guys. And so that's the same thing. You guys want to do that to increase and get more positive reviews. So steps how to get your Google business profile link, guys. So access your profile, right? So log into your Google account and search for your business. As you guys can see, read reviews. So you'll click on ask for reviews in your business profile, right, guys? So shown on the first image. So I just say read reviews right here, and then you'll get more reviews right here, guys. So if you're logged into the back end right here, guys, you'll click this read reviews. You'll get more reviews, and then you'll copy this link. And this is the link that you can go ahead and use for that. Now here's a bonus, guys, that I forgot to add in the actual PowerPoint presentation, which you guys will see right now, guys, what I'm gonna go ahead and do, right, guys? So I'm going to show you guys how to recover missing reviews. So Google Business Profile Help. You'll go there, go to Google Business Profile Help, and what you can do is go down here, go to Contact Us, and this is how you can go ahead and get missing reviews. So I'll just do one right here, guys. Like I'll just use this business profile. And so you can say missing review, right? You can click missing reviews, like review missing right here, next step, and then you'll email them, right, guys? So you'll fill out your name, your phone number, what your relationship is to the business, your business name, your business address, your business profile ID, which how do you find your business profile ID, guys? I'll show you that right now. So how do you find it? Click on these three dots right here, business profile settings, advanced settings, guys, and bam, there's your copy. You can copy that ID. So you have your business profile ID, you say no or yes, whatever it may be. Has your profile recently been suspended? Does the profile belong to that? You guys would say no because you're a pressure washing business. You would say how many reviews are missing from the profile. You know, are new reviews being published on the profile? You would put that. What is the time range? And then this is where you guys, this is where I say, keep a Google Sheet or an Excel spreadsheet, guys, and you describe how many reviews you are missing. But, you know, this is where you provide the names of the reviewers. But what you can do and what I would do is I would provide a link of all the reviews, and I would get the date, the name, the comment that was left, and the rating that was left, guys. And I would like upload that to a Google Drive, provide that link so that they would have that and click on it and be able to do that. So here's a bonus, guys, that I forgot to add on the PowerPoint. So if you made it this far, guys, here's how you submit a missing review request for your Google business profile. But let's get back to the PowerPoint now, guys, right? So Google business profile post, right, guys? Let's talk about Google business profile posts now. So what are Google business profile posts? Google business profile posts are short updates or announcements that businesses can share directly on their profile. These posts allow businesses to promote offers, events, products, services, or news directly on the Google Maps, right, guys? And so it's a great way to keep your customers informed, you know what I mean? And showcasing any new specials or products that you guys have. So what are the importance of Google business profiles? Well, direct communications, as I just mentioned, right? Posts allow you to share timely updates and promotions or events with your customers. It boosts your visibility. So posts appear in Google search and maps in your business profile, right? So it improves your local presence. It increases the engagement. So by sharing photos, videos, and offers, you can engage customers more effectively and promote offers and events. So highlight special deals or events with actions like call now or view offer, right, guys? And it improves customer decisions. So providing fresh and relevant content helps customers make informed decisions, guys. But the biggest thing that I like on here, guys, and the importance of this is it increases engagement, it boosts your visibility, and also, guys, it promotes offers. So if you guys have new offers, promote those because those actually show up on the Google business profile post. Right, guys? So what are the type of Google business profile posts? Well, there's three types, guys. There's offers, updates, and events. So offers are basically like promoting sales or discounts with the view offer button, right, guys? And I'm going to be showing you guys examples of some of these Google business profile posts. Updates, so share general business news or updates with text, media, and an action button, right, guys? And events, so if you're having an event, guys, whether it's like a cookout for the community, whatever it may be, you can add events. You can add updates, guys, like, hey, we service a new service area. And then an offer, guys, could be something like, hey, we're doing $25 off any of our exterior cleaning services. I know that's kind of cheap, but let's just say $50 off any of our exterior cleaning services for the month of July, for whatever it may be, guys, for offers. So here's what not to do with Google business profile posts, right, guys? So avoid including phone numbers. So do not add phone numbers in the post content. Instead, use like a call now button, guys. So also follow content policies, guys. So ensure your photos, videos, and text comply with all laws and regulations. That's pretty easy, guys. No prohibited content. You know what I mean? So avoid posting content related or regulated to goods. We know that, guys. Low quality content, avoid gibberish, misspellings, or offensive language, and always just stay up to date, guys, on their policies. But the biggest one that I see on what not to do is avoid including the phone number, guys. That's how you get it rejected because they have a specific place to where you can put your call now, which is I'm going to put how to add a Google business profile post right here. So, guys, what you can do is click on this add update. You can go ahead and either do an update, an offer, an event, and as you guys can see right here, you'll be able to add a photo, a description, and you'll be able to have, add a button. If it's an offer, then you'll go ahead and put your offer or your event as well, guys. in this Google Business Profile post, you'll be able to go ahead and do that. So, that is how you go ahead and add an update for a Google Business Profile post as well, guys. So here's an example of a content calendar for your guys' Google Business Profile post, right? So week 1, it could just be something like an update, guys. Like, hey guys, it's about that time. Book your, house washing today. Week 2 could be like 15% off roof cleaning, available through the end of the month. Week 3 could be if you're like at a convention or like a local expo, you guys could tell people like, hey, join us at this local expo that we'll be at in whatever city that you're in. Week 4 could be another update about a new service that you guys may offer, like Christmas light installation. Right, guys? So this is just an example of a content calendar. What I like to do is every single week have a new offer, right? That's one thing that I always tell our clients, and I try to get them to do, is like, hey, add a new offer. At the very least, do a new offer every single month. You know what I mean? Those are the posts that really drive it. Like the events and the updates, they kind of do. But I've seen the offer posts, guys. Those are the ones that really do drive engagement. So guys, now we'll so that, guys, concludes the step-by-step optimization, right, guys? So that was a lot of information. I know that was a lot of information, guys, and so, that concludes the step-by-step. I tried to cover everything that I could possible when it came to the Google Business Profile optimization. But if you guys have any questions, remember to leave them below. But now we're going to talk about other factors that help your Google Business Profile rank, because these are also critical factors. So we just talked about the step-by-step optimization guide, but now, guys, we're going to talk about the other factors that help your Google Business Profile rank, which are going to be citation in local business directories, social signals, backlinks, user engagement, and the structure of your website, which let's get into each one of those. So citations, in local business directories and how they affect your rankings, guys. Well, what are citations? Citations are mentions of your business name, address, and phone number on various directories like Yelp, Facebook, guys, Better Business Bureau, Nextdoor, Angie, Home Advisor. Those are actually directories, guys, believe it or not, for Angie's and Home Advisor. So you want to make sure the consistency. So ensure your name, address, and phone number information is consistent across all listings, because this boosts your local SEO and it gives it a trust factor, and these are just crucial when it comes to that, and they're key for local searches, right? So some of the top citations in the pressure washing industry that I think that you guys should immediately get on is obviously the Google Business Profile is actually a citation, and it's the most critical one for local rankings and visibility. There's Yelp, there's your Facebook business page, there's actually Angie's, guys. You guys might say, I don't know if I should go on Angie's, but there's Angie's, guys. That's one good one. I'm not saying use your service, but you can get on there. Nextdoor is good. Bing is good. I forgot to add Apple right here on there, so I actually forgot to add Apple on here. But Thumbstack, Yellow Pages, MapQuest, Better Business Bureau, and also, like I said, guys, Apple Maps. Apple Maps is also a good one as well, guys. I forgot to add that one on here, but Apple Maps is also a good one. So I know I didn't list it here, but yes, guys, Apple Maps as well to this list. And so here's an example, guys, of why I say those business directories. So, guys, when I made a simple search right now, right, you'll go ahead and see that a lot of these directories, like, look, Nextdoor, Yelp, Angie's List, a lot of them will rank on that first page. And that's how they get leads for you guys. You know what I mean? Like, I just used this example right here in Lynchburg. But, guys, there's plenty of other cities where these directories, like, rank in the top 3 or 4. You know what I mean? And so that's why it's important to get on these, because this is how other users will actually find you. And that's how people just end up getting leads for these businesses, because I always tell them, when you're using Angie's List, you're basically working with another agency, because all they're doing is just running Google ads. They're SEO optimizing their stuff, but they're sending those leads to 5 to 10 other people. So that's how they do it, guys. And so now let's talk about social signals, because I know that was also another ranking factor that I talked about. So what are social signals? So social signals are engagement on social media platforms like likes, shares, comments. So that's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, right? And this actually, guys, is even more important than what you think, which is I'm going to show you an example. Because the way that SEO is now, guys, Google really prioritizes business that have a good social signal or social media existence, right? And presence. So relevance, right? So So having a good social media presence increases your relevance, boosts your visibility, right? It has brand awareness and cross-platform engagement. So engaging with customers across platforms increases your online footprint, further supporting local rankings, guys. So that's just all about engagement. One of the biggest things that Google is all about is engagement. So that's why I say you need to be omnipresent when you're doing this stuff, guys, right? So here's an example. I saw this guy actually on TikTok, so shout out to you, All Sides Pressure Washing, right? So he has 376,000 people on TikTok. That's a screenshot of TikTok. He has 717,000 people on YouTube following him, and then he has 7.9 followers on social media, right, guys? So when you look at it, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So look, his website is not that optimized. He's using a GoDaddy website builder, and it's not even SEO optimized. And he has 24 4.7 star reviews. As you guys can see, All Sides Pressure Washing, you guys can see that I verified that. 715K for YouTube, 376,000 for TikTok, as you guys can see. And then like he has no backlinks to his website, super low authority, all of that stuff, guys. And he's located in Birmingham. And guess what, guys? For pressure washing Birmingham, Alabama, all of that, there's some rankings where he actually is on the first page without any optimization. I mean, this guy only has 24 reviews, it's 4.7. He's using a GoDaddy website, and he's almost on that first page, guys. That just shows you the power of social media. If that guy actually went ahead and, properly structured his business, he would be killing it right now when it comes to his rankings on SEO. And that's why it's very important, guys, to have a social media presence. So now let's talk about backlinks and rankings, guys, because you guys always hear backlinks. So what are backlinks, guys, right? And how do they affect your rankings on your Google business profile as well? Well, the definition of this, links from other websites pointing to your website or profile. That's what backlinks are. Simply, they're websites that point to your website. So, right, backlinks from authoritative relevant websites boost your credibility in SEO. Google views quality backlinks as endorsements and improves your rankings, right? So, it improves your domain authority, which is just basically going to be just the overall authority that you have for your online presence. And it's key for SEO, guys, right? So essentially, the more backlinks that you have going to your website, that's more of a boost of confidence. Think about it as a referral, right? So as we know, in referrals, guys, people will say, hey, use such and such service right now. And you're like, oh, it's just people trust you more, right? So if one of your customers refers you to somebody else, they're like, well, I trust this guy, so I might as well use that service. It's the same thing with backlinks. Google, that's why you want to get them from high quality authoritative websites, because Google will say, well, if this website's endorsing this pressure washing business, then they must be good. Let's go ahead and give them more rankings, right, guys? And so there's different ways on how to get backlinks. You can do local directories, which I call tier 3 links. So that's like Yelp's, Angie's, and Better Business Bureau, which we talked about. Guest blogging is like writing articles for industry-related websites and including a link back to your website. Sponsorship, so you guys can sponsor local events or charities, and a lot of them will, in exchange, go ahead and mention your website, right? Collaboration, so you guys can partner with other local businesses that are not in the same niche. So don't do the same niche, but like if you're a pressure washing business, a real estate agent, or a roofer, whatever it may be, and you guys can request reciprocal links for each other. Press releases, guys, so this is where you share business news with local media, so any local media that you guys are involved with, and also show social media. Some social media profiles will actually go ahead and include a backlink back to your website, right? So here's an example, guys, of rankings for that and how they affect it. So if you look at this right here, pressure washing in Atlanta, you have, shout out to Wesley, right? So you have him ranking number 1. His Google business profile ranks number 1, and he's not even the closest to the Atlanta City Center. Like the Atlanta City Center is like right here, and he's like all the way right here. But yet he still ranks number 1 in the map pack. And if you look at it right here, if I look up pressure washing Atlanta, you'll see that the domains means how many websites are referring back to his. You see as 126. Only this business right here, AtlantaPressureWashing.net with 190 is the only one, right? But if you look at the domain rating or the authority, it's 28. Of course, you have the Yelp, as I talked about, guys. You have the Angie's list right here. So those are super high authoritative websites as well, guys. And so this is the stuff that can go ahead and get you ranked. So that's why, those are a critical component of ranking. So now we'll talk about user engagement and rankings, guys. So, this is the second to last thing about the factors, right? So what's the definition of it? So basically what user engagement is interactions like clicks, reviews, and shares on your Google business profile, right? And, what this does is it signals relevance, right? So a higher engagement indicates to Google that your business is relevant to search queries, right? It boosts your rankings because therefore if Google deems you as relevant, they're like, we need to boost this guy's rankings even more. And so positive reviews matter. And then as I just know, it improves SEO, as you guys already know. So how to increase your engagement on your Google business profile, guys? Well, complete your entire profile. We just talked about that in the optimization, like your hours, your services, your Google business profile posts, your Q&A, your products, your services, all of those different things, your social media profiles. Respond to reviews, guys. Add high quality photos. Use a Google business profile post. Encourage customer reviews. And as I talked about, guys, do the Q&A, right? So those are ways that you can increase your engagement on your Google business profile. So here's how you can check it. So if you guys log on to the back end of your Google business profile, like right here, you'll click on performance, right? And then it'll just give you the overview of like how many business interactions, which interactions are when people call, message, make bookings, ask for directions, or more from your business. So the more of these interactions you have, the more that your business is going to rank. So here's the steps. Screenshot this, guys, if you want, but access your profile, click on view performance, right? Set the date range because there's a date range that you guys can set, for the time period for your engagement, and then view the metrics, right, guys? So there's calls, bookings, directions, and website clicks right now, guys, that people can all see right here, right, guys? And so now we'll talk about how to structure your website to rank your Google business profile, because that is another ranking factor that's outside of the Google business profile, right? So you want to embed your Google map on your website. You want to make sure that you incorporate location-specific keywords on your website. You want to link to your Google business profile. You want to highlight the services that you offer, and you want to showcase your reviews, right, guys? So let me give you an example. So here's an example, right? This company right here, they are using localized heading tags. So Premier Pressure Washing Services in Orlando. Bam, localized. They also mention their main services that they provide. So here's all the main services that they're actually providing right now. Right, guys? So here are the main services that they are providing right here. Right? So they're displaying this on their website. They're displaying their reviews, guys, right now too. And then when you click on the see all reviews, it goes directly links to their Google business profile as well, guys. And then they have the Google business profile in the footer of their website, right, guys? And so this is also really good too, because it really, what it does, guys, is it connects your website to your Google business profile, and it shares those signals, right, guys? And so that's something that you want to go ahead and do. So now let's go over the ranking factors recap right now, guys, right? So guys, primary Google business profile category, we talked about that. Make sure that you have that main category, whether you're a pressure washing business, gutter cleaning business, window cleaning business. Make sure that you have that proper primary category, guys, because if not, you're not going to show up for the most relevant, and you guys know that now. Keywords and business title, as I showed you guys, if you have your main keyword in there, guys, as a business title, it makes it super easy to go ahead and rank. You don't need to change the name of your business. Just make sure that you follow the directions that I have in this video. Proximity to address to point of search, as I talked to you guys about, right, guys? As I talked to you guys right now, proximity to address to the point of search. The closer you are to where the searcher is, the better. That's why it's important to have a physical address. We talked about the physical address in the city of search. So I talked to you guys about the importance of having a physical address. You know what I mean? And especially if it's in the city of search, it makes it super easy for Google to make sure that your profile is credible. Additional Google business profile categories, guys. As you guys already know, as we talked about the primary categories, when you add additional Google business categories, that's going to go ahead and allow you, to show up for other additional services, right? So if you're like a pressure washing business, but you also offer gutter cleaning, if you have gutter cleaning as an additional category, you'll show up for that, right, guys? Obviously having a high numerical Google rating, so the better your Google rating, the better. Completeness of the Google business profile listing. as I showed you guys, I showed you everything on how to complete your Google Business Profile listing. So follow those steps and you should be good. Quality authority of inbound links to your Google Business Profile, that's going to just be backlinks, guys. Keywords and native Google reviews, I showed you guys an example. Like I said, I showed you guys ways that you can encourage people to, like, gamify it, go ahead and use your review link and use some automation with it. Have your text train your customers, or guide, I shouldn't say train, but guide your customers on how to do it. Removal of spam listings, guys. That's just like removing other businesses by suggesting edits, but we're not going to get into that. But quantity of native Google reviews, right, guys? So the more Google reviews, the better. And we also talked about with text. So I talked about, guys, how longer Google reviews get better, or more descriptive Google reviews have better rankings on, or have better impact on your rankings. Verified Google Business Profile listing, guys. So we talked about how to verify. We talked about the different forms of verification and why they're important. Quality of authority of the inbound backlinks to your website. So we showed, guys, like I said, having backlinks is like a vote of confidence, right? And when we talked about the address, the proper placement of the map pin. So we talked about that, guys, like having the proper placement of the map pin on your Google Business Profile, because this is going to greatly affect how well your business ranks. And then just the website structure, as I just went over as well, guys. You want to make sure that you have a good website structure when it comes to your website. You want to make sure, because guys, this is like 2 hours now, guys, so I'm like, man, I'm stumbling over my words right now. But make sure that you have a good website structure as well, because that's going to make it easier for Google to read your website, and therefore they'll translate that over to your Google Business Profile. So your website is one of the main determinants in like sending those signals, or those relevancy and localized signals, to your actual Google Business Profile. That's why it's so important. So here are some tools, guys, to help you manage your Google Business Profile, right? So obviously the Google Business Profile Manager, that's where you can directly update and manage your profile. There's Bright Local, so you can track rankings, reviews, and optimize for local SEO. You can get some citations from there. Yext also, so you can automate updates, ensure directory consistency, and add your business to different directories with Yext. There's Moz Local. They kind of do the same thing, where you can manage your business information across multiple platforms. White Spark, they focus on citation building and review management, so you guys can use them as well. Local Falcon, they can monitor your Google Business Profile rankings via GeoGrid tracking. And then you have OneUp app, which can schedule and automate posts directly to your Google Business Profile. And guys, I've used every single one of these tools in the past. I may not use all of them now, but I've used them in the past, and these tools are good. Like I said, I get no payment for sponsoring those in this video. So guys, I know this was 2 hours. You have that, so if you guys need help with your own Google Business Profile rankings, as I've said, we've done this with 85 plus exterior cleaning businesses, guys. So if you need help with your online marketing, make sure to visit the URL below, or visit our website at pwmarketingpros.com, and it'll be in the description as well, guys. But you can visit our website for a free strategy call, and I really hope that this entire guide helped you guys out when it comes to your Google Business Profile. We've done this for over 85 to 100 exterior cleaning businesses, so we know what works, we know what doesn't work, we know how to rank it. We've got plenty of rankings, guys. So like I said, if you have any questions, concerns, thoughts, or comments, leave them in the comments below. I know this was a super long video, guys, but like I said, hopefully this provides you as much information. I gave it my all on this video and provided you guys with everything that we do and everything that we optimize. So with that being said, guys, like I said, hopefully this video was good for you. Hopefully it provided you guys some insight, and I will see you guys in the next video.